Members of the Asheville Humane Society take part in a nationwide bust in what's believed to be the second largest dog fighting case in U.S. history. News 13's Frank Faboni spoke to workers earlier, and Frank, this was a huge rescue operation.
And that's why rescuers from the Asheville Humane Society were called in to help. More than 300 dogs seized in Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia in a huge dogfighting raid. The dogs, all pit bulls, tied to heavy chains and in poor health.
A lot of them had wounds on their face and their forelimbs that, were, indicative of fighting.
Angie Wilt and co-worker Jennifer Brayler from the Asheville Humane Society were called in to help the investigation.
We went on site, we collected evidence with the other ASPCA responders.
Evidence that was added to a 3-year investigation that culminated with a raid that secured 367 dogs in 3 states. Authorities also confiscated weapons, drugs, and more than $500,000 in cash from dogfighting and gambling activities.
It's a really a sad day to me, and the sad day of affairs of the state of Alabama to have to even indulge in this type of criminal activity and prosecution.
10 suspects were indicted on felony dogfighting charges. Workers with the Asheville Humane Society, they get on scene Friday morning. They say one of the most troubling sights, equipment that was used to train even puppies to fight.
Not only were they on these thick chains, but they had weighted collars on to keep their necks strong. They were tied to tires and cinder blocks.
Wilt says the pit bulls were obviously underfed and neglected, but there were also signs the animals were being conditioned to fight.
There was one actual treadmill, and then the other ones that we saw were sort of fabricated out of different things. It really was kind of medieval the way it looked.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
No, I haven't.
All the dogs have been taken to undisclosed shelters. The U.S. Attorney's Office is now hoping that this raid sends a message that this type of underground animal abuse won't be tolerated.